Ooh, ear. That's a lot of tickles. Maybe nine tickles. Alright, something's double audioing. Is it you? There's double audioing around. I found it. There it is. Get the fuck out of here, double audio. Ten out of 10 tickles. That's a lot of tickles, bro. You gotta be careful with those. Just gotta be careful. Doesn't mean you can't do it. Just be careful, you know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thought I had to sneeze. I've been on a sneezing spree recently. I'm not really sure why. I knew somebody that would sneeze like 40 sneezes in a row. I always thought that was ridiculous. I'm like a 2 sneeze and done kind of guy, though. They used to call me ever Sneezer Scrooge, you know? But that was during Christmas time. Wait, where'd chat go? Hello? Hello? Oh, there it is. It's back. We're back. Brickheart, what is that? Brickheart, what is that? Oh god. I need to get chat. I need to redo the starting screen soon thing. Let's stick chat over there. That way chat can fuck around for 15 minutes like they like. We gotta get started though. Chat keeps delaying for some reason. We gotta do this the 2-hour try, so we gotta get going. We only get 2 hours. 2 power hours. I was tempted to keep playing Claire. I really want to play Expedition 33, but this has a really high rating, came out last month, so. We'll poke around on this for a while, maybe. We'll see. Unless I can tell I don't like it or something. Then we'll just bounce off of it. We'll just, bounce off of it, you know? So I'm not even worry about it. Well, I hope everybody's here. If they're not, if you guys aren't here, let me know. Let me know if you're not here or not. Main screen. Fade on over. There it is. Hell yeah. Not here. Okay. Good. Jazz is not here. New game. Long, long ago in a distant land, there was a mighty sultan. 8 years ago, the sultan ascended to the throne over his father's corpse and inherited this vast empire. He was a cruel and cunning ruler, ruthless to enemies and kin alike. He had an innate thirst for the misfortune of others. Same. Oh, Star's not here either. He made his subjects fear him, which made his rule unshakable. Wealth, status, slaves, he had whatever he desired. Wait, he had a switch too? No way. This Sultan's kind of a boss. If you take away all the ways that he's not bad, he's actually pretty cool. People bent their backs before him. The flowers in the winter garden bloomed overnight at his command. Oh. Our invincible monarch. We live in a great empire. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I agree with that. The king favored by the true god. Oh, the tax collector. Oh, fuck that guy, dude. My love, my eagle. My regal beagle. The Sultan. Boring. Day after day, the great Sultan has exhausted all earthly pleasures, all things that the past sultans and kings had enjoyed. Ultimately, he got tired of it. To have everything but no joy was truly vexing. What fun shall I have today? Is there nothing new to please me? He must be a streamer. Your Majesty, someone outside pleads for an audience to present to you a game. Bring them in. Oh, I guess this is the tutorial. Okay. The stranger claims to be a magician from a distant land and has brought a game favored by monarchs from other continents. Oh, Calico. The essence of the game is to re-experience all your power in a more thrilling and entertaining way, she says. I have a box full of cards, each corresponding to an indulgence only the Sultan is entitled to enjoy. Bring it up. Bring it to me. Oh. Every time you draw, you receive a random card. They are called Sultan cards by those of distant lands. The cards depict tasks to be completed. The first to exhaust all the cards in the box shall be known as King of Kings, Sultan of Sultans. There are 4 types of tasks in total. If your Majesty would allow me, I'd like to explain them one by one. She bows her head and raises the wooden box. Please, your supreme majesty, tap on the box to draw your first card. Oh. I'm good at tapping stuff. This box? Oh. A silver carnality card. Behold, there are two parts to every Sultan card. Carnality refers to physical pleasures, and silver, its color, its tier. Okay, so there's tiers to the cards. And types. Okay. Though all things are but ants at your feet, O great Sultan, they are unequal of their insignificance. Some would always be a little bit nobler, and you have the right to dictate your subjects' worth. If your majesty so commands, it would delight me greatly to explain this game to you. But of course, you are the Sultan. Supreme in station and wisdom, infinite in glory and radiance. Even without my humble consults, you would surely master in no time. You know who my favorite Sultan is? Wait, what do we... No, stop downloading. I don't have time to do that right now. I think this is the Sultan they're referring to in the game. That's my guess anyway. Alright. I can answer your questions, but seeing is believing. You will love this game once you play it. Talk about the cards. Sultan's game has 4 kinds of cards, each with 4 tiers. Okay. They represent challenges you must complete after drawing them. Worry not. Magic ensures that cheating is impossible. Nice. Tiers of Sultan cards. You've noticed it. The Sultan's game has granted you the power to see everything in its proper tier. Gold, silver, bronze, and stone. Even the Sultan cards bow to its hierarchy, nestled neatly within the 4 ranks. Now, resolving a Sultan card typically demands a character or item of matching caliber. Bronze for bronze, silver for silver. To make the game more amenable, you should wield a higher tier piece. You can serve to settle a lesser card. For instance, you might sacrifice a silver target to satisfy a bronze bloodshed card. That's tiers, types. There are 4 types, each with a different way to be resolved. Which one would you like to hear about? Carnality. To lie with women, with men, or any other arrangement is your imagination conjures. Any such union suffices to fulfill the carnality's card's demand. That is a simple matter truly for one of your boundless creativity. But there's a wrinkle to consider. The same companion cannot be reused to resolve multiple carnality cards. At least not without elevating their station or employing more inventive methods. Oh. Bloodshed. To satisfy a bloodshed card, you need to only slay a person of appropriate tier, or perhaps some other intelligent beings. Delightfully straightforward with the fewest restrictions. Oh. What did I just do? I didn't get to read about the other ones. I must have fucked up. Okay, well. Wait. To fulfill a Sultan card, you need to place it in the event slot. I didn't know it was going to be auto. Oh, shit. The silver tier, naturally, am I the most suitable? Oh, my God. That flirting look. God dang it. I thought it was paused. Wait here. An audience room? This is outrageous. I'll record His Majesty's choice. What is going on? Oh. Military victories and sufficiently difficult adventures can all qualify as successful conquests. The extravagant card calls for extravagant spending. Construct opulent estates, host revels of unparalleled spender, or indulge in pursuits of gloriously impractical. This game is for people who know how to live large. I don't know why I have to keep packing out to get to this, but... Oh, back's right there. I see. Her smile hints at hidden dangers, making her all the more alluring. Silver carnality card? Slave girl, tax collector, warrior, seductive cohort or consort, scribe. Oh, the Sultan's an actual card? Okay. I'm just looking through it real quick. Where's my other window at? There you are. Come back to me. Okay. Oh. Hey! Click a card slot to filter placeable cards. Right-click a card to quickly place in a slot. I'm sure I can drag it. Oh. The Sultan revealed the silver card. Until this moment, the courtiers thought it was a joke. They all wore cautious smiles and tried not to spoil his mood or fall victim to the game. The Sultan, however, scanned their faces with amusement. He was the great Sultan who could laugh off everything in the world except for the game. The game was something he took seriously. A high-tier Sultan card cannot target a low-tier character. Place the Sultan, the carnality card, and the target of carnality into the corresponding slots. Very well then, who shall serve me? This game is getting interesting. I'm guessing these are silver. Carnality card of the third tier is textured smooth as silver. The image faintly depicts a scene of two people embracing each other in true love, but alas, their face has been erased. Okay, dude. Ham. Your Majesty, you have no idea how much I've missed you. Click the button to initiate an event. The Sultan is indulging in pleasure. Click End Day to progress the game. Okay. I have ended the day. The Sultan revealed the silver card. Until this moment, the courtiers thought it was... Oh, we read all that. Whoa. The Sultan chose seductive consorts to target carnality. Carnality? I don't know why I can't say the word. Overwhelmed by sudden public favor, the woman forgot something important. The Sultan loves to watch women fight for him, but he does not like being used as a trophy for boasting. She swaggered to the Sultan's seat proudly, her voluptuous body pressed against him, her silk hair rubbed against his skin. During their pleasure, he flaunted enviously at the other cohorts, basking in the aged concubine jealousy. She even left claw marks on the noble Sultan with long nails. Finally, her actions bored the Sultan. Yeah, sure. At last, peace she quells. Her empty eyes reflected courtiers' figures and gradually blurred, faded, perhaps because the court was dismissed or perhaps because her life had ended. Tap the screen to break the resolved Sultan card. Hey, where's Frosty been? Oh, he's been around. I think he's still here. I just thought about it, but I think he's been around. We'll have to check in 30 minutes, though. Okay. Check it off. Oh, the first card made the Sultan very satisfied. It was truly a game made for him. He started to draw the second card. Please, your Supreme Majesty, tap on the box. Oh. Bloodshed. Ah, bloodshed, a fine diversion for a ruler. No doubt you have long since grown accustomed to the symphony of blood and screams, yet the beauty of this game lies in its unpredictability. Not even your Majesty can know what enjoyment awaits. The thrill of not knowing what delights await makes each move all the more exhilarating. The Sultan drew a gold bloodshed card, which requires him to kill a gold tier character. I think I'm starting to understand how this works, believe it or not. I think. I don't know how the rest of the game is, but I think I understand the card. aspect. A smirk smeared on the Sultan's face. A gold bloodshed? Who should it be? A loyal consort? A formidable general? Or... So I gotta kill one of these gold cards down here that's not the Sultan. Place me in the event slot. So if you feel a Sultan card, you need to place it in the event. Yeah. The consort shall die looking good. No, it can't be. So Sultan. Bloodshed. I have to kill a general, a Vassir, or an aged consort. Oh, the consort we used is now aged. I see. This game certainly makes pastimes more thrilling. The Sultan seemed in high spirit, very intriguing. Silence fell over the Lapis Lazuli Palace. People held their breath. The fear had clenched their hearts. Their expensive silk robes were drenched in cold sweat. The Sultan toyed with the card in his fingers. Who should he choose? The aged consort. Hmm? Your Majesty, this joke scared me. Who's going to tell her, chat? She loved the Sultan deeply. After all, the Sultan had killed her parents and her brothers to ascend the throne, yet she still chose to become his consort. She never feared him because this man was her only love in all her life. She also knew that fear had quietly corroded her loved one's soul. Sometimes he would wake up in a start in the middle of the night or keep rubbing his bloodstained hands in his sleep. When he talked about succession, his eyes were cold as if he were talking about an enemy. Unfortunately, these final thoughts were... Oh. Well. The poets would soon start singing 1,000 virgins of the teardrops on her execution day. Oh, that's nice. At least they made her a cute little song. The bloodstained carpets and drapes were replaced overnight. Today, the Sultan appears in the court once again, radiant. Yeah, true. Please, your Supreme Majesty. Extravagance. You're not extravagant. I'm pretty sure this is the tutorial, by the way, chat. Just FYI. An extravagance card to squander wealth. How would you like to do it? How would I want to How would I want to squander my wealth? Putting DoorDash on credit. Is that an option? Buying fast food constantly instead of making my own food. Is that an option? Is that a card? Shit, I don't see a DoorDash card. Huh. Is there a take out student loans for a degree that I can't use at all card? I don't know, dude. I guess we'll just take this card. A stone extravagance card. It will only cost a tiny portion of the Sultan's wealth. This game isn't only about bad things happening to you, the Sultan laughed. See, now I have to reward you with something. The courtiers faced a few chuckles from their throats. Oh. I need to reward someone in person. Place me in the slot. This is a large sum of money, enough to drive anyone insane. I want to be driven insane. Any insane enjoyers? Oh no, not vast amounts of money. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Not large stacks of cash. This is so annoying. Oh. Extravagance of the lowest tiers, texture, rougher stones. The image depicts a benevolent figure giving out all his belongings, but alas, his face has been erased. Would somebody please think of the billionaires? What about the investment class? But tariffs. Nameless beggar? For the Sultan, completing this stone extravagance card would be effortless, but he would not want to ruin his rare entertainment by simply giving his few gold coins away to his guard. The courtiers went to a great length to find a beggar. They might not be too dirty, that would displease the Sultan, nor could they be too clean and neat to be real. Now the Sultan was going to reward this beggar in person. To the Sultan, it was a trivial gift, but to the beggar, it was a turning point in his life. Oh, we're helping people, chat. So, extravagance card, the Sultan. And then the Sultan's wealth and... Wait, the Sultan's wealth and women can all be given as rewards. Oh, it's 5 of these coins. Okay. Everyone praised the Sultan for his show of benevolence. Someone said 5 gold coins were enough to feed a family for a week, but immediately ridiculed by another, claiming a poor man could never make 5 gold coins in a year. Someone suggested he could buy a head of livestock and live off it. Others argued that he could invest the money in a small business, growing his fortune. While they were imagining the offspring of the nameless beggar could repay the Sultan tenfold, 100-fold, or even more, the beggar had his own throat slashed in a dark alley in the lower of town. His fingers were mangled because he held onto those coins so tight. Those coins were supposed to change his fate. Echoes of yesterday's farce still lingers in the palace. The courtiers are morose and weary. They stare at the magician standing by the throne, at the wooden box in her hand, filled with those deadly games. I can fix him, yeah. Conquest, the game that our great ruler excels at the most. How many cities, states, and kingdoms have fallen before your might? And now the question arises. How do you intend to achieve victory at this particular challenge? This time the Sultan drew a bronze conquest card. Conquest meant taking what belonged to others, and bronze tier corresponded to the size of a small town. Fortunately, there were enough targets on the Sultan's map to choose from. Okay, so that's where the map comes in. The Sultan took his royal sword and decided to give it to the subject who was willing to conquer the place for him. Take my sword and equip it, my dear subject. Conquer this place for me. Drag the weapon onto the other character cards to equip. In challenging events, utilizing various intelligence can increase the number of dice in checks. To fulfill the Sultan card, you need to place in the event slot. Prosperous town. I think that's what we're trying to conquer. Conquest. Army. Choose a leader. Oh, and we have to use a tactic card to take this over. Okay. And then we choose a leader. So the general. This is what I'm looking for. There was a prosperous city near the Sultanate that had been trading treasures and spices with the Eastern Empire for decades, if not centuries. They also made a lot of money, maybe too much money from the Sultan, as it was time for them to pay the price. That's true. Once the tide of conquest was decided, the melancholy over the court of these games had imposed from the past days had all swept away. The courtiers began to talk about the inevitable victory enthusiastically. There's only one question left: whom the Sultan would send to take the loot. Me, I'll take the loot. No, me. I don't know. I don't want to take the loot. No. Oh, and wait, what? Combat. To wield violence, the master art and weaponry, or simply possess the will. Some of these come from training, others are gifts. Strength, agility, endurance. It measures overall physical fitness. Reverse current event. End day. You cannot move a card involved in with a ritual in progress. End day. Glory to the Sultan. Oh shit, there's rolls here. Okay. You need at least one success to win. I'm guessing this is a success. I have 4 rerolls. An easy victory. The Sultan's army beheaded the town's guardian, although the Sultan promised them autonomy months ago. At that time, the guardian kneed and kissed the Sultan's feet. Alas, the bronze quest card remains resolved. What fascinating thrills the last 2 days were the Sultan nodded to the magician. Your game is good. I understand now. Come, let's continue playing. Thus, the great Sultan familiarized himself with this game. Later, he drew multiple Sultan cards daily, theatrically competing them. In just 14 days, he emptied the entire deck, setting a record-breaking it's just such a weird word structure, speed. As anticipated, every victory came at a cost. With each draw, someone would disappear from the palace, becoming part of the Sultan's game. For 14 days, the court was filled with screams, cries, and mad groans. When that curse box was finally emptied, the officials breathed a sigh of relief, and the Sultan's game was finally over. However, the magician put all the broken cards into a bag and shook it vigorously. They were unbelievably restored to their original state by some mysterious magic. Great. It seems we can continue to play. The Sultan was so pleased that he even clapped his hands. Bring me the box. Let me draw a card and see what fun awaits today. No, that's supposed to be stopped. Someone has to dissuade the Sultan from playing this absurd game. Take a deep breath and step forward. Raise a heartfelt admiration. Oh. You point out the magician's magic is dark and eldritch. A wise monarch should never be swayed by such unknown evil figure. The colleagues around you were moving backwards. The palace grew quieter. Oh. You make your speech until your mouth feels dry, but it clearly has no impact on the Sultan. Even the magician plays you no mind. As you come to stop, exhausted, wondering if your life is about to end, the Sultan suddenly casts you a curious look. Verily so, he muses, a wise monarch should not commit such acts, but neither should a wise monarch abandon his own delights. In which case, why don't you play in my stead? You, my loyal subject, I command you to play this game for me, the Sultan's game. He bursts into laughter as you stand there dumbfounded. Oh. Okay. Choose the narrator of your story. Each narrator corresponds to a different level of difficulty, but the story itself will remain the same. Maggie's the kind of storyteller, full of patient goodwill towards you. Hassan is your good friend. Oh, no, he's banned on Twitch, but yet also a principled poet, and none other can question his tales except perhaps his beloved mutton stove. I don't know the context to any of this stuff in here, so it doesn't really matter. Die success rate 33%. %. Okay, so the success rate on the dice rolls goes down for sure. No rewinds. I mean, I'm just gonna play on the hardest difficulty, I think. The story begins. How you end the Sultan's game. You win by drawing all the cards like the Sultan himself, or RT face. Okay. You come from an old family that has served the Sultan for generations. Please choose your family's origin. Military family, traditional, merchant. I will start with coins, I guess, for now. Choose the personal ability you're most proud of. Social ability, charisma, combat physique. I mean, we're from a military family, so we'll do combat physique. Conservative old books are keen and keep slaves to show their authority, while open-minded young nobles influenced by progressive ideas tend to form cliques between themselves. Which are you? 3 slaves or 1 noble follower. We'll do a follower. What do you love most about your wife? Her cooking. Oh, cooking's not on here. Okay. Her wisdom. She's so smart, chat. The Sultan considers selecting a player as part of the game itself, forcing you to participate in these cruel games on his behalf. He pardons any possible crimes you might commit while resolving a Sultan card, such as murder, adultery, robbery, and hoarding troops. Not out of mercy, but out of expectancy for a performance of a lifetime. Remember, you just have 5 days to break a Sultan card, or you'll find yourself just another victim to this wicked game. Bloodshed. Unsatisfied with the drawn Sultan card? You can exchange it for a different Sultan card. If you're confident enough, you can draw another Sultan card. Go all in, draw 1 Sultan card, chat with her. Who are you? But I am but a humble steward of the Sultan, the exalted monarchs who have proven themselves worthy of protecting this game. My role is to ensure the game runs smoothly for our august players. Now I'm at your service as well. It's my deepest hope that you too will find this game most entertaining. Oh. What the fuck? You drag your weary body from the court. The courtiers silently watch you. Some believe that they aren't the ones advising the Sultan. Some secretly delighted in your misfortune. And some genuinely sympathize with you. But none of that matters anymore. You're embroiled in the Sultan's game. With the cards in your hand, like burning coals, you have 5 days to break it. After that, you draw the next card. And the struggle will continue. And the next and the next and so on. The carriage traverses the seedier residence, the bustling market, steamy bathhouse, the comings and goings of people receding behind. Soon you return home where your wife, already informed in the news, stands awaiting the door. You walk in and embrace her. You are still alive and life must go on. Event, the grand game has appeared. Event news bathhouse has appeared. The grand game. News in the bathhouse. Bookstore business. Wait. No way, that evil magician said it'd be 1 chancery draw every 3 days. You can merge 2 identical cards by stacking them together. Oh my god, it's too quick. I'm a fast reader, but I'm trying to read it for chat. A gold die directly applies 1 success to the check. This breaks the game audio. Okay, I've tried to play the fucking wind chime. Sorry. Your reputation earned through good deeds. Your restraint using the Sultan cards to cause harm will be reflected. Infamy. Your reputation for doing evil largely stemming from abusing the Sultan cards. Your status in court. Notoriety. Execution days in 5 days. Complete the task the Sultan card before execution day. I think these are like a roguelike, like they're... I don't know. Complete stories in 1,001 nights to gain fate points. Complete the Sultan's game once. 5 times. 20 times. Victory. Drag a card here to think on it. Oh. My love, my steadfast ally. So this is me. I'm a silver card. Click to view card descriptions. Male noble protagonist owned. The chosen one. Attire, accessory, weapon. You, a poor soul caught in the Sultan's game. Can I back out of that? Okay. I guess these are events where we need to play cards in here. I don't know what we're getting for them, though. Place a corresponding card. Yep. It indicates how many days are needed to complete the current ritual. So this is a ritual. The attribute check that will be performed in the current ritual. So no attribute checks. So my admirer, Faraj, is my follower I picked. Because I did that instead of the 3 slaves. The Sultan card? Currency. Your admirer. Your wife. Okay. The Supreme Sultan. I think we have to... You can say, wait, you can go yourself or send a follower who is noble to go. I'm so confused. These are all events. Event methinks has been completed. 5 days I'm pretty sure means 5 turns. Reaches 0, executed by the Sultan. Consuming gold die during checks has 1 success. Reputation, check achievements. Click to summon the magician. She is more than happy to answer your questions. Every 7 days you have a chance to redraw a Sultan card here. Methinks drags a card here to think on it. Switch and use card slots. All cards at your disposal. Certain items to be... Wait, so can I put gold coins there? You can personally make the trip or sending noble follower to the bathhouse. The one full of water soothes your tense nerves. These moments of fatigue and relaxation, people are always more likely to let slip their secrets. Here you can gather all kinds of rumors as well as tales of the fandom, of unrest often dismissed by nobles with disdain, stories of bandits, adventurers, and demons. Wait, so it's going to perform an attribute check? Certain items be useful for chatting and probing. Oh. So I guess I only can do 1 of these per day. Oh, I didn't check it. Okay. I think I can do more than this. Bookstore. The Angler isn't the largest bookstore in town, but certainly the most refined and oldest one. If you're willing, you could surely find some good books there. You can visit the bookstore without spending money, but you can't buy any books.
Huh?
Have Maggie do it? Okay. Wait, hold on, what is this? People are still willing to come under your roof and share words and promises and opportunities. Wait, this takes place automatically every turn. The higher the resulting value, the more gold coins are earned. You can use an extravagance card via Methinks. Wait, what? You can get a card with the location tag and try to put it in. I don't think this works for what we want it to. Using a Sultan card in front of... Okay, let's just end day, I guess. Frequent appearances of the palace are necessary as water and air are to the living. Missing a friend only loses some of its benefits, but missing an enemy means not knowing the words that escape the lips in the Sultan's ear. Slander grows by the Sultan's ear about your misdeeds, your disrespect. If there were even one person to speak it for you, it would have been difficult for such weeds to take root, but unfortunately there wasn't. Slander? So that is success, and I needed one success. You need one success to have a chance of getting the information. You couldn't get a word in, only occasionally got some fragmented news while pouring water on the copper basin of the sun. During your conversation with everyone, you unexpectedly learn about a matter that needs attention. The stares of people pierce your exposed skin, even soaking warm water you can feel them, like a fisherman's thrown spears and ropes. When you rise from the pool, there's a feeling of more and more things tugging and pulling you, like a voyaging ship pulling at the whale it's hunting. Intuition. Okay, so we use these to get other cards. People still waiting to come under your roof, share promise. You have not dispatched anyone for managing your estate. Without management, there's no income. Oh. Oh, that was the bathhouse card stuff we did. Now this is the bookstore. You need at least 2 successes. If you're born nobles, the requirement reduces by 1. I think I am a noble. Well, we got 3, so we're good. Can I get another intuition card? I know you could stack them, but they're 2 bronze. With the best girls here, welcome to have fun, House of Delights. You've obtained a book. Try dragging it into methinks. Everything in the book, provided you understand, a bent game of marbles has appeared. Game of marbles? Reader. Currently reading. Party? Okay. What about you? Oh, I don't know if I can do. What is this? Haunted Mansion. Your fingers brush over the weathered mud bricks of the abandoned mansion. Dust fall, an ominous odor rises. Said that none who dares enter escapes its certain doom. What makes you think they're any different? Depending on the Sultan card used, you will approach the haunted mansion differently. I think I have to kill somebody to do this. Oh, it's gonna be gold tier. So we can't do this. Okay. It seems pretty complicated. That one's in progress, so we're good. Okay. Oh shit! Somebody should be managing the estate. I think we're not going to get executed. Intuition. I think that just helps there. Let's just end it. I'm sure we'll die a couple times doing this. Let's make someone bleed again. The Sultan. What the fuck? Oh, this is managing the estate. 3 will yield the hiatus. I don't think I care. I think I can only use this one time. I'm just gonna use it and see what happens. Your neighbors complained that your feast was too noisy. Interrupt. Oh my god, I got a noise complaint for my ancient feast. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Interrupting his creative flow, preventing him from finishing his great work. Deafen him. The fuck out of here. Great, now he won't complain about all the noise, will he? This is truly once and for all solution. You smile like a devil. Infamy +1, renown -1. Game of marbles. So we lost this card and we gained wisdom and magic on the Artifice card. You're running out of time, thanks. If need, you can return the previous day. Okay. Wait. Oh, House of Delights. Wait, if left unchecked, slander will grow like weeds in the ears of the king. Not intuition. I think we're supposed to use these to level the cards and then to go after the Sultan. Wait, click the button. I'm not going to fill the last set of cards used.
Huh?
I don't know how to get. How do we get a gold card? Use Extravagance card to upgrade your house and gain extra effects. Stone. Intuition. Bloodshed. Okay. So we gotta figure out how to. Do I do bookstore again? Let's send Maggie. Intuition card. Somebody's got to manage the estate, so it's got to be our. It's got to be him, right? Okay. News in the bathhouse. Wait, how come Faraj didn't stay? Can you be managing the estate, homie? Wait. I did try to put an item in there. End day. Need one success to have a chance of getting information in the bathhouse. Okay. Oh. Yeah, we used the gold die, so it's gone now. Okay. You couldn't get a word. Inside information. Wait, you got +1 fatigue. When the Sultan fatigue accumulates to a certain level, he'll leave the court for a while, granting you momentary respite. Okay, respite. Managing the estate. I think I need 3. Oh. I have no rerolls, so. We just got 2 coins. Bookstore business. I think I needed 4. And I got 4. Oh, I needed 2. Your neighbor, a fool who always competes with you, beats his own wife. Wait, beats his own wife's face just to warn her not to talk to someone like you. A man who commits adultery with women using magician cards. Just women, ignore and beat him up. Just as you knock on his door, he jumps out the back window, breaking a leg and wetting his pants. This makes you lose interest in tormenting him further. This matter ends here. Notoriety +1. Can't believe I'm beating up chat already. Good news. Oh, market news. Commercial Street grand opening, offering diverse, excellent goods at low prices. Buy equipment to prepare for future challenges. Divine Stallion. Someone swore they had seen a pure black horse in the wilds east of the city. It was elegant and slender with a satin-like hair that shone as it ran. Seemingly to fly with the wind despite lacking wings, many hunters tried to track it down and tame it, but they all returned empty-handed. Huh. Equipment merchant? Oh. So I could buy these. Okay, so I could kind of see how what the gold's used for. I only have 9 though because I kept spending it. Shield and helmet. So we took those. He has brass knuckles. Oh, it's one or the other? Oh, hunting bow. I'm stupid. I don't know why I bought both of them. I see. Well, the green one's better than the stone. This is bronze, yeah. Equip yourself or your followers. Opportunity card. This is bronze, okay. That's just how we get more secrets. How do I get rid of this card? I don't care about the equipment merchant. Can we get a new book? Oh yeah, you can right click it. Don't worry, as long as I'm here, no one can speak ill of the Sultan. Maybe I should have had people here the whole time. Let's end the day. Slander. Let's make someone bleed again. Uh oh. You haven't not to wait. Isn't anybody there? Hold on. How do I get rid of this card? Oh, 1 infamy, 1 notoriety. I see. You are almost driven crazy. There's nothing you can do but turn your knife against the people who trust. Event cruel sacrifices appear. Is that how I get rid of it? Kill one of your own followers to satisfy the Sultan's cruel game. Wait, how? Do I not have a follower? Oh. Well, what? I'm not gonna do me. Oh, maybe I do have to be up there. No, I don't have a follower. Choose a follower from your hand. Oh, so we can't. Maybe. I don't know why I need to put it in this guy. That was kind of weird. Reputation. Dude, I have no idea. You can put in the haunted mansion. Required to you need a gold tier card. think we might die tomorrow. Oh yeah, so we have to. The game has only just begun. I died. You not break a single Sultan card. Nothing has changed. Well, I did complete the Sultan's game. What is this? I mean, we got. What do these points do? Yeah, what are these? Is it like a roguelike? Like, I don't know what that is. Fate's Ledger? Oh. Yeah, you can buy other cards. Boons owned. Yeah, boons not owned. These are boons. Okay. Spend fate points, claim boons that may guide you closer to the secrets hidden within the tale. I see. I see. There's 200 different endings? Oh my god. Double cross? What is this? Oh my god, hieroglyphics. Dude, what was that old... There was a game on, like, Windows 95. Yeah, that thing's too complex for me. Well, that was too complex. I just, I want to try it. I don't really feel like learning it, though. That's kind of cool, though. Oh, no, I don't have it, do I? Oh, that sucks. That'll look cool, though. We can do its Wii, though, later. Whoop. Back to Claire, I guess. Well, I want to try a new game, so. We tried it. We gave it the ooey. I'm not really a card game guy. I guess Bolacha was literally the only one I've really played and enjoyed. I need to update this. There we go. Oh, swim, swim.
Okay. Momo is Momo, and Nono is Nono.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually.
Then we've got Lulu, Mai, and Sissy.
That's true.
I don't think they're like that.
You sure you don't want to be Ver?
Positive.
Blows a raspberry? What does that even mean? Is that the sound he made? A raspberry? What's Google? Oh, Lego. Some dart. Nah. I mean, I don't hate it, but I want something a little more. That's the mayor. I mean, reverence? Yeah, that works. All right, let's go. We unlocked another town of people, so. And then they wanted us to go up the mountain to unlock some other mechanic, but it said danger, so we can't do it. Wait, where are we? Wasn't I up? It was this one right here. I was right from yesterday. Oh God. Did I? Uh-oh. It's a music bunch on a lunchbox? A lunchbox?
Lunchbox, we've got a lunchbox here.
A lunchbox?
Didn't I buy these? Maybe not. I'm gonna turn down just a little bit. I thought it was up on the... Well, I definitely didn't go in there. I am really confused. Yeah, I ran up and over this and it blocked me right here. And I thought it was going to be one of these and it was. Do we have all of our stuff done? No, I don't have charging tint done. Okay, let's do a little bit of leveling real quick then. How's the game? Dude, I love this game actually. Just because something's like a little more unique and different doesn't mean I'll like it just because it's different, but I do like this. I don't remember. Oh, I guess it was that guy. Yeah. I think I just let you die, to be honest. He'll go twice, which is crazy. Oh, he's dead anyway. Oh, I removed the combat thing. I probably shouldn't have removed that one, actually. Oh, well. We'll put it back. The story... Yeah, the story's actually really good. I think it's supposed to be mysterious and confusing on purpose in the beginning, though, so it's kind of tough to explain. Like, you're supposed to kind of figure out like what's going on as you're going through the game. Which is my preferred lore trip way of telling things, to be honest. I mean, I could tell you what's going on if you want, but that's up to you. And these are definitely tough games to stream, because the more story-based it is, the harder it is to keep follow along. He doesn't have it on his head. I'm just double checking that we have every. I ran through here, but oh, there's a thing up there. The general thing that we know so far is they had Lumiere, which is like their town they lived in. Something happened and it shattered their entire world. And so in the beginning of the game, every year, I don't know if we're supposed to know why, but the paintress is the person that paints the little 33 out at the end or whatever. It's like the big baddie, I guess. That every year they're supposed to send people to go battle the paintress. Because I guess if they don't kill her within 100 years, everybody dies. So it's always counting down. So we're like the 33rd expedition to go out. And every time they send out an expedition, nobody's ever come back. So they just keep like sending people every year. And then when we landed, right off the bat, like an older guy killed half of us instantaneously. Like 3 of the party members got scattered, and then so in the beginning you find the other scattered members. They're still kind of confused what's going on. And then as you're going through this world, you're running into journals of other expeditions explaining what they ran into and their issues and problems. That's kind of a general overview of what's going on, though. You're trying to put this shattered world back together. Yeah, and then we lost our main character. Like, the old man came back and killed him. And so another guy came and has replaced him, which I think he's immortal. So, lore-wise, what we kind of understand up to this point is that the old man that was on the beach that killed most of the people is like immortal, but he's immortal because he's attached to the paintress somehow. So if the expeditions kill the paintress or the big baddie, then he dies too. So he's been killing the expeditions when they come in, I think. Now, why he didn't kill all of us in the beginning, right, is kind of a mystery. And then there's flashbacks. So the guy that's part of our party knows the older guy and gave us more info on it, but he hasn't told hardly anything that he knows. And then yesterday we learned that he actually had gone back to Lumiere, the shattered one, and helped them build this dome that protected them from this other world here, like where the people are safe before they send out the expeditions. But I guess according to him, the people in that town didn't trust him because he came back from the expedition or whatever. So he decided just to come back out here. He is also immortal, I guess, and attached. So, kind of confused, but that's kind of what's going on. This guy right here was our mount/swimmer. Apparently, has been hinted at he's the most powerful character in the entire world. But he's kind of aloof. But he's helping us out for whatever reason. And the reason I don't have all the pieces is because they're dripping the pieces to us, so. Oh yeah, we found this guy. He's like the guy from the monkey from the Lion King. There's like the Nevrons, which are all the fucked up things on the map, which like try to kill everybody. And then these things are called Gestrels. Like, they're faceless. I'm not really sure how they all kind of look different, but they tend to help. But the shattered world looking all fucked up makes sense because their entire world pretty much exploded into a million pieces, and these are all the pieces sitting out here. This reminds me of something from like Alice in Wonderland, actually. 2 shields, let's knock those off. He's a thick boy. Let's go after him. Oh, fuck. I picked the wrong guy. We just got gradient attack, which I don't really understand how this works. I think it's a free... Oh, the gradient charge down here. Another mechanic on top of this. This guy right here who replaced our main character after he died, the immortal guy, apparently was... I think he was literally the first expedition. There's a lot of pretty deep mechanics in here, though, which is actually nice. So we can shoot and use one of our AP. Oh, he's got a weak spot there. What am I fucking doing? That leaves him with 2 AP, but he's kind of our melee hit, so let's just go after him. Because he gets to go twice if you do that.
Let us stay there.
She has 5 AP. So we can wildfire, that's AoE.
On me.
Uh-oh. Ah, I almost got it. Oh, I forgot about the 3rd or 4th. Yeah, it's kind of nuts that it's turn-based plus action combat. So you get to plan and play, kind of, which is kind of a crazy take. I like it, though. I mean, combustion would eat his 3 fire. Let's do it, but it takes 4 AP. Oh, she has 9 AP.
Flames, engulf my blade.
There we go. Nice. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, what we're doing is leveling, what would I call them? Skills, I guess. So these pictos are pretty much skills, I guess. Well, I guess we'll call these buffs. We'll call pictos buffs. Because there's an entire skill tree with 6 skills you can attach. And then the pictos are buffs. So recover 15% health on base attack, for instance. But I'm charging, like I'm leveling this one. And you just have to do 4 encounters to level it. And once it's leveled, you don't have to have it equipped to use it. So these are all the buffs that we've unlocked so far. So you can equip 3 pictos, but only 1 character. Like I can't have 3 characters with the lifesteal equipped, but I can put it in their luminas, which is the thing downstream of these. So since this attack lifesteal is fully leveled, I can go into Pictos and I can, for 15 points, I can have her use it without having it attached as a buff. And you only have so many points down here. I'm not gonna take them a lot, but they have like, we pick these out in the world like 1 each, and then you can attach them to people. So once they're fully leveled, you can put them on as permanent buffs. If that makes sense. It took me a hot minute to figure that out, to be honest. Because there's like levels here, which is confusing. I just think that's how like effective it is. So like she has stuff equipped, and then she also has like passive stuff that are also the equipped things but different. Don't I have that on her? Where is it? Oh yeah, because I gave her lifesteal. So he has lifesteal actually equipped, so it doesn't take 15 points. But I also have it on her Pictos bar, and she has 63 points that you can use, and you pick them out of here. So multiple people can use the same one, but it has to be leveled all the way up. So that's why I'm leveling this guy. I don't know if I use it. I just want them, like when I get one, I just fully level it up, and then that way I don't have to worry about it. So we need 2 more encounters. Wait, what is this? Oh, I've been in there. I don't know how to get up there yet. Now, this map is... Find, destroy the Paintress's heart. Oh, yeah. And the center of Old Lumiere. So I think this is where we used to live and it got destroyed. So main story quest is we can't go after the Paintress yet until we destroy her heart, I guess. Like her shield, I guess, or something. Well, I'm doing all the stuff I can do on the side first, but we're pretty close to going in there. Wait, this isn't that guy, is it? Okay. Did I swim out here? Oh, I did, because I went to that thing. And the boat graveyard, okay. If I do that before they hit me, then I get first advantage. The other one. Alright. Get those shields off. Obviously we're going to go after him because he has his shield on.
Let the ink flow.
Fuck. I don't think she can do anything. She can emulate. We'll emulate her. And it's marked, so we'll do 50% more damage.
Ready to strike.
Well, now he's marked. And so are you. I don't have an AoE here for you, though. So we'll just... actually, you'll be able to go twice. If I just auto.
Cut him down.
Oh, dude. Picking up that Pictos at the end of stream yesterday was amazing. Because now when you do a base attack like that, he gets to go like back to back. Which is kind of crazy. I should have gone for a swim over here. Yeah, we're going to run back over there. We got to do one more battle and then we can move on. Because I don't think I swam in this. And if I did, I'm going to double check it. Was that the painting? Yeah. I think it says dangerous, which means everything just one taps us in there. Yeah, danger. Okay. The person who did the music for this game, they got off of SoundCloud. Will you burn to death? I don't know. Actually, we'll just AoE here. With Wildfire. That'll take the other guy out anyway.
My turn.
Yeah, I watched... Well, I listened to a whole video earlier about the AAA gaming media being really pissed. They're like, how dare, like, a company do it, like, the same thing with, like, 30 people. They were like, have empathy for the studios with 600 people because they're losing their jobs to these studios or something. Like, And the thing is, these people that are sitting outside of like the gaming bureaucracy would never have a chance to make a game like this. And then when they do, they're mad because they're way better at their jobs than they are. Let's see if we get a mark on them. Burn, mark, double mark. Hell yeah. I'm not gonna go after him. We'll go after him. Might be able to. Ooh, I don't know. Fuck. Ah. Woo! Perfect. Ah, damn it. Woo. I need to get good at parrying. I've been leaning on dodge too much. So you can do two things. You can dodge or parry. Dodge is a little bit easier, a bigger window, and parry will counterattack them. But it's a much shorter iframe to get done. So I've been leaning pretty heavily on just dodging. But you also get an A. Not only do they count, you can counterattack. You'll get an AP point for it as well. So it's definitely worth parrying. I just haven't. Skill issue. Yeah, Lumina learned, so we can take that off of him now. Fuck, what did he have? Oh, it was the combo attack. Base attack has one extra hit, yeah. I can see that'd be good. Gradient charge and using an item. We don't use items a lot, but boss battles we would. He has an extra Lumina point. Do I have anything with the 1? I might as well just put the 1 on there since he has it. You have, wait, how do you have 5 Lumina points? Break? No, I don't have a lot of breaking stuff. After a free aim hit, base attack damage increased by... Actually, I will take that because I use her... Oh, yeah. I have them do a free aim hit pretty consistently. And then what about you? You have 2 Lumina points. Break damage with free aim. Take off staggering attack. That gives us 3. Is there a 3 I want to use instead? Chance to burn on free aim. I actually we'll put burning shots on her. Okay. Go ahead and heal you with that. Okay, now we can move on, I think. So let's go up and over. I might have to go through that old train station from yesterday, I think, to move on to the other area. I don't know about GTA 6 because of the pipeline it's been in for so long. And then I don't know. I feel like I have the unpopular opinion, but I'll be proven right. I haven't seen anything from Pokemon that even semi gives me a data point to think that they know what's wrong with it. No, I don't think I've been over here at all. Jestrel Beach, yeah, I've been in there. I've realized after watching a bunch of stuff the last couple months that we, like, as human beings, we have a huge problem with innovation. So my micro problem of being in companies and trying to change stuff internally in the company and always having a massive amounts of pushback by people is a micro version of a macro problem that we have across the board. So we have it in the healthcare industry, we have it in space and aeronautical, we have it in government. We like everywhere we look with a massive bureaucracy, we only can ever take the smallest amount of like progress, like the iPhone, for example. Like we haven't had fundamentally a real new advancing technological advancement like the iPhone was since the iPhone 1. Like when Steve Jobs died, that was like the last. Like, Apple hasn't invented literally anything since. They've just incrementally made the things they already had slightly better every iteration. Like cell phone service, there's so much stuff. Like cell phone service, we should be able to get 5 bars everywhere on planet Earth. So instead of having like 1,000 cell phone towers, literally a satellite can do literally the exact same thing. But because there's so much money that's like invested into cell phone towers and 5G and the current infrastructure, that nobody wants to change. The gaming industry doesn't want to change. Like government doesn't want to change. Like think about cars, right? Like how are we still using the same combustion engine, but it's like just a little more efficient every year? So if there's ever anything, any technological advancement that could totally upend an entire industry, it gets massively suppressed. There's stuff for electrical, there's stuff for cars, there's stuff for space.
Time for swim.
Apparently, we have the technology to pretty much have a solar panel satellite in space that can beam down energy through radio waves directly, like spot map right into a place, which would allow nothing to ever have to be plugged in. But then you would end up removing all of the actual electrical infrastructure where there's so much money to build power lines to have your stuff plugged in. I watched the whole thing about it. I think I've talked about it before, where I can't understand how we were on this like massive incline of technological advancements and it kind of plateaued across the board. Like we haven't cured cancer. We haven't had like a new electrical technology. Our cars are still the same, and it's been like a big red flag in my mind. And only recently have I figured out I think I figured out the problem. It's because we rail on special interests in the government, but human beings are fundamentally attached to their own special interests. Like the tree thing is a good example, right? Like where like, well, we can't cut down more trees, but like, well, where's the lumber come from? It's like, well, let somebody else deal with that. So if you have hundreds of these like super focused people like that, nothing ever gets done because nobody wants to like cut down a forest or remove the power lines, right? Everybody wants their own special interests because they don't want to have to change themselves. Yeah, we literally are getting in the way of ourselves. And like I said, micro level, when I go into like Amazon and try to make stuff better for people, I'm upending other people's comfortable, even though it's worse, it's comfortable to these people that they want stuff to change, but they don't want to be the change. They want somebody else to change it. You know, it's like the internet where people complain all day about stuff, but they won't go do anything themselves, right? Like that we're always hitting this wall of like, we want a bunch of stuff to change, but not us. And we have that in every industry across the board. That's probably why we haven't solved cancer. It's probably why we haven't like had a new combustion engine. It's why we have all access to all these other things for electricity that we're not utilizing. Even nuclear, we literally have it, we're not using it, which is way more efficient than anything else on the planet. And still we're not using it. Like, it started with my deep dive into the bureaucracy. Like, we try to go change stuff in government, but everybody's special interests inside the government like tries to stop it from happening because you would get rid of this person's job or my job or somebody else's job. So even if it would be better for the entire country, the people that are in those departments are going to scream bloody murder that you're firing them, getting rid of their jobs. Like we had this, I'm just saying we had this massive, massive problem. And the only way to really solve it is if a bunch of people, everybody across all the sectors are willing to say, okay, I'll lose my job and go find something else for the better of humanity. But people are only individually going to worry about themselves. Like they'll worry about the big problems and stuff when they can until it affects them, and then they're like, oh, well, not me though, right? Like, Fission hasn't gotten any further. I guess it's getting suppressed, and it's not like a malicious suppression. It's a human condition suppression. It's the individual acting in their best interests at all times type of suppression. Oh, new skirt. It actually kind of depressed me this week when it finally clicked in my brain. Because like, how do you even, like, the only way you solve it is if you get a bunch of people knowledgeable about the problem, and then we literally would all have to work together to solve it. It's not everybody, but a vast majority of people. Like, if I was the president, I would have like press conferences every day in the Oval Office, highlighting these problems, getting the American people to work together in a new industrial like revolution. Like during World War II, where a bunch of major industries went from peacetime production into wartime production, and they were able to flip their production in like 6 months from going from making like blankets and pillows, you know, to like ammunition in these factories. Like, because like we had like a real world like crisis. Like we have a real world like invention like moving forward crisis right now that like only the US can like specifically actually address, because we have all the technology and the resources and the advancements that are like available at our fingertips. Well, the energy suppression makes a lot of sense because, I mean, energy is like the #1 economic driver out of everything. The thing that costs the most money is energy. The electricity for plants or for factories, the fuel for cars. Like, energy is the most expensive part of like pretty much anything in production. Everything else is like minimal compared to the energy. So the energy is actually the biggest one. And then because like massive segments of people who own the energy power, it's not just the energy sector, by the way, it's the health, it's like literally every sector. The people that have like all of the oil, like if you came out with a technology that literally invalidated 95% of all oil, like, do you think the oil people and the people that profit off of oil, you think they would be about that technology, or they would not want that technology? Like, to me, it's like a pretty simple mental formula. Of course they wouldn't want that.
Thomas of the 47th Drunken Brigade. Benjamin's been calling us the Drunken Brigade. I love it. Yeah, we do our best work after a few. The trick is finding that perfect point where your nerves have calmed enough that your mind and body are one, but not so calm that your reactions are dulled. Some of the lads haven't quite managed riding that edge. But I remain in full control of my body and thoughts. Oh, sounds like someone spotted another Neveron. Better fuel up for our next dance. For Lumiere!
There are, I was doing some research, so I thought about making a video about it. Every time there's a new technology introduced into the human population, the entire apparatus around that thing is fought the entire time. Like, one of the most recent things around this was back in 2012 when Elon Musk, like, just, like, if you think about rockets, every time we sent a rocket up, we would destroy the entire thing and have to build a brand new one. So there's an entire billions and billion-dollar industry back in 2012 around making a brand new rocket every time. It was guaranteed money for the people who made rockets, right? Because every time we launched a satellite, the entire rocket apparatus would be destroyed. So Elon came through with their reusable rockets, and they petitioned Congress and said that Elon's rockets were too unstable. You can't trust them. You're going to lose payloads. So Boeing and Lockheed Martin came together to form like ULA. I forget what it's called. Like they came together to petition Congress, gave them $700,000, and convinced the Pentagon that they needed to stick with Boeing and them, even though their stuff was like 3 times more expensive than using reusable rockets. So the entire apparatus wouldn't even let like Elon back at the time even use the rockets at all. That the old way of doing it was prioritized, and Boeing pulled every lever possible to lobby Congress to spend $200 billion on rockets on these things instead of like $30 billion or something. I mean, people make fun of Trump because he talks about the wind turbines. Wind turbines are some of the least effective way of powering things. And they're not reliable. I'm pretty sure Spain had a massive... Alright. Alright. There's just so much misinformation out there, which is why you can never have a conversation about stuff half the time, because you're in a sea of fucking... Like, logically, you would think, yeah, windmills would make sense, but I'm almost positive that they're one of the worst, and they're unreliable. And you need so much room for them, and then if the wind's literally not blowing, you're fucked. And then I think their upkeep is horrendous, too. Like, I think they're actually one of the worst. Does Spain have massive blackouts recently using wind power? But if there's a technology where we literally can just harness the sun and beam electricity through radio waves directly down, you don't even need to worry about wind, coal, of any of the other power things. You could put up like literally, according to this guy, like 5 satellites and power entire cities. In the same way that you get like you can get like a cell phone signal from a satellite, that we can literally apparently beam energy down the same way using radio waves. So this is how I think it worked. Like, I look at the whole thing and be like, why are we doing this at all? And this is how the U.S. used to operate back in the day. It's like, why are we using horses at all? Like, why are we trying to make a better horse? Like, let's use this mechanized horse. Same thing with tanks. There's a book I'm gonna work on reading called Fast Bombers, Heavy Tanks or something, where it kind of like there was an entire story where they tasked the army about like trying to when the tank tech was new, they had the exact same problem. Is nobody wanted to use mechanized tanks. They said they were too slow. They can't get over there. The horses were way better. They were way more versatile because they had used horses as the quick means of positioning troops for hundreds, if not thousands of years. And what is this fucking mechanical tank thing? Like, this thing's awful. It can't go over rocks. Like, they fought tanks literally the entire fucking time, while in exchange for horses. Like, World War I, you had tanks and horses on the battlefield at the same time. And everybody was poo-pooing the fucking tank. Well, guess what we have now? We don't have any fucking horses on the battlefield. They're all tanks. Like, everywhere you look at some big shift in technology, there's massive pushback all the time. Every time. So this isn't like unique to the US now. This is like how humans have been forever. I'm sure the first people who invented fire were fucking scared as fuck of it too. They're like, oh, get that voodoo out of here. What is that? Get it out of here. How you doing that, right? Like, I bet a bunch of tribes who didn't have fire were like, look at those fucking weirdos, you know, like, what? That's what reminds me of this Family Guy thing that I think about it.
Look at Edison over there with his damn electricity. Hey, Edison! How about sharing some of those light bulbs, huh?
Hey, figure it out for yourself, man.
We're freezing our asses off over here!
Hey, man, how do you think I feel? You know, you get to look at my great house. I gotta look at that dark thing. Huh? Hey, what is that, a candle over there? Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's a cat. We're freezing over here. We have none of my family's taken a bath in a month. We stink. It stinks over here, you jerk.
I can't hear you over my central.
Hey, what do you go to hell, Edison?
Hey, bite me, man. Hey, you guys seen The Office? Oh, no, I guess you haven't because you don't have a TV.
Hey, how about I come over there and kick your ass?
Ooh, yeah, come on over.
Yeah, Spain experienced a massive blackout on April 28, 2025 on the entire Iberian Peninsula, including Portugal and parts of southern France. The outage, one of Europe's most worst in recent history, disrupted power for tens of millions, halting train traffic lights, critical infrastructure up to 18 hours in some areas. At the time, Spain's grid was heavily reliant on renewables, with solar contributing 59%, wind 12% of electricity supply. So Spain has decided to go pretty much full into renewables, and they had a massive fucking blackout because of it. Yeah, I already see conflicting information here already. Like, like, see here, the prime minister denied renewables were the primary cause. Well, were they the secondary cause? Were they tertiary cause? Was it like the wording of that? They emphasized that similar energy mixes had operated reliably before and the grid had handled higher renewable loads without issue in the days prior. What does that even fucking mean? My house wasn't on fire yesterday, so today's fire doesn't mean anything because my house wasn't on fire yesterday? What? Spain's grid, despite being advanced, like sufficient stability systems like grid-forming inverters or battery storage to handle sudden fluctuations in renewable heavy systems. So I guess, yes, technically, I hate these word games. Technically, it's not primary, but it's a massive it's a massive driver, but yeah. Renewable energy things honestly sound like luxury beliefs to me. It's not that it's not real. I just don't think it's a viable solution to the energy problem. And if you're a solar company, why would you ever come out and say the bad things about solar? If you're selling wind turbines, you're never going to tell people how bad wind turbines are. That's just not how companies operate. Like, they run advertisements to sell you on stuff. So I throw all that, I throw whatever people that have invested interest in solar and wind right out the window, because they're never going to come out and tell me how bad it is, because they're literally trying to sell me on the idea. That's how I look at everything. Right? Like, a company's never going to come tell me the negatives in their product. They're just not going to do it. Which is why we literally had to legislate warning labels on products. Because the companies would not tell the public what problems they had with their products. We literally had to require warning labels on stuff. We had to require ingredients. Like we had to legislate and mandate that they tell us. So that's why I never take anything that these people say serious ever. You're only ever going to get the positive take on it, ever. To me, it feels like blatantly obvious in my mind, but for some people, I don't know. Like I said, I just look at it different. To me, it's like blatantly obvious, but it's like blatantly obvious for like 5% of us. I just look at what's in their best interest and expect them to do what's in their best interest all the time. So in order for me to go figure out the stuff on solar, I'm not going to go to a solar fucking company's website so they can tell me all the good things about the product that they're selling. But yeah, I haven't fully done like the research on wind, but it doesn't feel like a viable source. And even then, I think there's technology out there that's more readily, well, it's not readily available yet. That could be readily available that would just like get rid of this entire debate altogether. Like nuclear would get rid of this debate altogether. But people are still scared of nuclear on purpose because the other energy companies purposely ran campaign after campaign saying how dangerous nuclear was. It's so dangerous. Nuclear energy is so dangerous that the civilian population can't have it, but we can put it on war vehicles like submarines and aircraft carriers that could potentially be struck and destroyed. It's safe to put nuclear reactors on war vehicles, but it's not safe for civilians to use. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know how people bought this. You literally have floating nuclear reactors out in the fucking ocean, but you can't have a stable nuclear reactor power fucking an entire state? Oh, come on, dude. No, like, get the fuck out of here. I don't know how people buy this shit all the time. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, people are so good at seeing hypocrisy somehow, but they can't see this one. Like, I don't... But yeah, I think you could just get rid of this entire thing. And also there were massive campaigns led by other governments to get like other countries off of other energy sources so that they could be the sole supplier. So like Russia ran an entire fucking propaganda campaign into Germany to get them onto renewable energies so that Russia could supply natural gas. Like they got Germany to stop producing their own natural gas. So that way when Germany's winter came and they needed natural gas, they had to buy it from Russia because they had the whole, like a lot of the population and politicians all going into renewable energies instead. So it's real tough for me to find out if the renewables actually really work because they keep getting weaponized against other countries back and forth. It's like why is the U.S. Like importing a bunch of fucking oil when we have oil right here to drill ourselves, right? It's because like the environmental propaganda stuff is weaponized against the U.S. for us to not work in our best interests. So everybody else, like Saudi Arabia, you know, like Russia, run these campaigns telling us to stop drilling for oil and how bad it is for us to drill for oil, so that instead we can just buy their oil instead and import it from them. So it's just like an entire World War III battlefield out there of information. So I'd rather just do, I guess, what's in the best interest of the U.S. period, because that's literally what everybody else is doing. What was the other thing I was going to look up? Fuck, I forgot. Maybe it was the Spain thing. I forget. I wonder if Gronk can we beam electricity from the satellites? Oh, dude, okay. Beaming electricity from satellites, known as space-based solar power, is theoretically possible and actively researched, though not yet commercially viable. The concept involves satellites equipped with solar panels capturing sunlight in orbit where it is uninterrupted by weather or night and converting it into electricity. See, this is where solar panels make way more sense is in space. There's no weather problems. Nothing's blocking it ever. It's 100% there 100% of the time versus having those same solar panels on Earth. This energy is then converted into microwaves or lasers and beamed wirelessly to the ground-based receivers antennas, which convert it back into electricity for the grid. Solar panels can generate 24/7, potentially producing 5 to 10 times more energy per unit than ground-based solar due to consistent sunlight and no atmospheric interference. While promising, space-based solar power is likely decades from widespread use to the economic and technical barriers. I think the economic and technical barriers are our human barriers. Like, if everybody wanted to work on this all in tandem at the same time, we could get this done in months, for sure, 100%. Like, we put somebody on the moon in the 60s, and it took us 10 years. The U.S. is like an unstoppable fucking force if we're all pushing in the same direction. We're literally unstoppable. That is literally American culture. People meme on American culture. That is American culture. American culture is literally to be pioneers, innovators, and at all costs get something done. It's not by like accident that the U.S. has almost every single $1 trillion company in it, right? Like no other country's doing that. Even with our massive bureaucracy bogged down system, we're still mass leaps and bounds ahead because we have a culture of like innovation, a culture of like starting our own business. That's why people want to come here from all over the world, because we have the culture of like really highlighting the potential of the individual in a way that like people don't understand unless they've ever been outside the country for more period than like in a vacation. Except over the last like probably 5 to 10 years where a lot of the population consumed a lot of like anti-US propaganda, became self-hating and like, oh, we can't do this, oh, I can't do this, oh, everything's rigged against me mentality. But beforehand, when we're all pulling in the same direction, we're pretty much unstoppable. Okay, well, I guess we get Gronk even has it in here. So space-based solar power. It was a CEO of somebody who was trying to innovate, reimagine how we did satellites. Because satellites are, I actually put it really well. Launching satellites right now have to be bulletproof because they're like, it's like building an entire Lego set and then trying to launch it into space and having it rattle and break. But they're trying to make satellites that are more like the Lego individual pieces, where if you pour out the entire Lego box, the pieces don't break, the individual pieces don't break, and then have it assembled in space instead. Like, they're trying to solve this problem. Satellites are expensive. And if they break up, like, if they get damaged up there, then they're pretty much a total loss. Like, even if they rocket up there, but some of the pieces, like, snap on them, they're fucked, or something like that. Fuck. I forgot we were going to play this YouTube video the other day. Nord Stream... Was it this?
The attack on the Nord Stream pipelines. Was it
this wasn't the one. Wait, where is it? I don't think it was it. Oh, maybe it was this one.
Apparently, the skipper of the yacht used this forged passport.
And humiliated.
No, I didn't like that one. Was it this one?
Nord
No.
Stream 1 is the
Why am I not getting the one I had? Ugh, my history's gonna be so long though, because I pull stuff all the time. SpongeBob. Oh, here it is. The biggest sabotage in history.
September 26, 2022, just before 8 p.m. A sailing ship is drifting gently on the Baltic Sea. The captain is getting ready for the night. He checks his radar and sees 2 red blips flashing on the screen. He stares out into the darkness. Nothing. So he radios a nearby ship. Their crew reports something strange. Giant whirlpools in the water. When his ship approaches the spot, the captain is hit by a sharp and sour smell. Gas. He immediately notifies the Swedish authorities. They confirm his suspicion. There's an underwater leak. Tons of natural gas are flowing uncontrollably into the Baltic Sea. Nord Stream 1 and 2 are a twin set of undersea gas pipelines running from Russia to Europe, the longest in the world, and they've been hit. 4 separate explosions at 2 different locations roughly 50 miles apart. It soon becomes clear that this was not an accident. It was an attack. One of the largest acts of sabotage in history. A violent act that triggered the largest methane leak ever recorded and threatened the energy supply of Europe's largest economy.
I honestly thought when this happened, a submarine did it. Give me some stories from the book. Oh my god, I just lost it in my head. No, non-fiction. Fuck, what is it called? There it is, Blind Man's Bluff. Jesus. This is real, by the way. The USS Halibut conducted a daring espionage mission in the Sea of Osik. Divers from the sub planted a listening device on Soviet undersea communications cable, allowing the U.S. to intercept sensitive military communications. Oh yeah, the USS Parshi. A highly modified spy submarine was tasked with recovering debris from a Soviet missile test in the Pacific Ocean. The mission involved diving to extreme depths to retrieve fragments of the Soviet missile, providing critical intelligence on Soviet weapons technology. Collision with the Soviet sub. K-129 recovery attempt. That might be all of them, actually. Oh, the USS Grudge. An early Old War diesel electric submarine was sent to the shadow Soviet naval exercises. Detected it and chased it for days, dropping depth charges to force it to the surface. Crew endured intense pressure, maintaining silence to avoid detection while navigating shallow waters. Eventually escaped, but the incident highlighted the perilous nature of early submarine spying missions. After a US B-52 crashed off of Spain's coast, losing a hydrogen bomb, the USS Alvin, a research submersible, and other submarines were deployed to locate it. Cable tapping mission. Oh yeah, that was Operation Ivy Bells. Placing taps of Soviet undersea cable in the Barents Sea. Divers working at freezing high-pressure depths to install devices while avoiding detection. Yeah, so when this happened, I actually thought it was a sub, or could have been a sub.
Enormous teams of journalists race to uncover who did this and why, while authorities stay suspiciously quiet. Out of the fog of war, an unbelievable story begins to take shape. one of conflicting intelligence, possible false flag operations, and a scramble for evidence amid Europe's largest armed conflict since World War II. A story of speed camera photo clues, an aging yacht, traces of military-grade explosives and CIA training. And of a ragtag crew of patriots on a Hail Mary mission that would change the geopolitical landscape of an entire continent.
Gas bubbling up over an area of more than 1 square kilometer in the Baltic Sea.
A boiling cauldron. The busy Baltic Sea bursting with gas from ruptured Russian Nord Stream reinforced pipelines.
One of the investigators told me that this case is by far the most relevant, political sensitive and important case in the history of the Federal Republic
there
of
are
Germany.
no shortage of theories about who or what was behind the blast.
These are Nord Stream 1 and 2, the two largest underwater pipelines in the world. Total cost about 17 billion euros. They stretch across the Baltic Sea, running straight from Russia to Germany. Back in September 2005, Vladimir Putin and then Chancellor of Germany Gerhard Schröder shake hands on the deal to build the first pipeline. It's Schröder's last big move before leaving office. Just weeks after losing re-election, Schröder lands himself a new gig as chairman of Nord Stream AG. He becomes the top lobbyist for Russian energy giant Gazprom.
Wir brauchen dieses Gas und es ist das kostengünstigste, das wir bekommen können. Und jeder, der sich mit Energiepolitik beschäftigt, weiß das auch.
His successor Merkel keeps pushing the project forward. By 2011, cheap Russian natural gas is flowing straight into Germany. Russia is making roughly 10 billion euros a year.
It's so crazy that you have like his geopolitical foe in Russia and Germany specifically signing and giving their entire energy away to them.
Economically, Nord Stream 1 is a huge success for both countries. Soon enough, Russia is supplying nearly half of Germany's natural gas.
Half?
And talks for a second pipeline are already underway. But outside Germany, Nord Stream sparks some serious backlash. The US warns the project could give Russia dangerous leverage, turning gas into a geopolitical weapon.
Yeah.
And the European Union also wants to reduce its dependence on Russian gas. Eastern European countries are pushing back especially...
Europe hamstrings themselves constantly. They refuse to use like other energy resources, but then they say they're not going to use the Russian stuff either. Like,
really hard. Until now, Russia's only way to get gas into Europe was through Ukraine, Poland, and the Baltics.
Russia's really just like one big geopolitical gas station,
paying hefty transit fees along the way. The Nord Stream pipelines allow Russia to go around these countries. Some military analysts think Putin might have invaded Ukraine much sooner, but he still needed his gas pipelines that run through Ukrainian territory. Either way, Berlin remains undeterred by the criticism. Russia has already illegally annexed Crimea when Germany...
Illegally annexed Crimea. Has there ever been an instance of legally annexing something?
He signs
no.
off on
Illegally annexing something just funny to me. Like the illegal war. Well, there's no legality in war. That's why you're in a war. But
second pipeline. In late 2021, Nord Stream 2 is ready to go. But when Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine becomes imminent, Germany pulls the plug on Nord Stream 2. A few months later, Putin cuts off gas through Nord Stream 1. Both pipelines stay loaded with gas though, ready to reopen at any moment. And then, in September 2022, this happens. So, who's behind it? This could just as well be the plot of a gripping whodunit. Some stories and images are so striking they end up decorating our walls. But let's be real, traditional posters tend to be like Russian pipelines. They rip. The Baltic Sea is one of the most closely monitored bodies of water in the world. Larger ships have to constantly share their GPS location. And the kind of explosives you'd need to take out two pipelines at once is extremely hard to come by. Investigators soon agree. Whoever pulled this off had access to serious resources. This must have been a state actor. The first prime suspect is Russia.
Was wir aber sehr klar sagen können, ist, wer ein Interesse daran hat, dass das zerstört wird. Und da komme ich über kurz oder lang immer wieder.
I would never think Russia would blow up their own pipeline because they literally control shutting
There's
it
also
on and
a
off. They
possible
can just shut it
financial
off.
motive. Russian state-owned energy giant Gazprom faced massive damage claims after cutting off gas supplies in summer 2022. Blowing up the pipelines could give them a legal excuse to duck out of those
Legal,
contracts.
but like when you're looking at
This is
legality,
Holger Stark,
when you're looking at legality across different countries, I mean, the court systems are different. They could decide, even if they're like, hey, Russia owes them $12 billion, they decide not to pay it, then what happens? Nothing. So that doesn't really make sense either. They like an insurance claim would make sense inside the U.S. against like another U.S. company, but when you're talking international insurance claims, it's totally different.
The editor-in-chief at German weekly newspaper Die Zeit. He has spent months digging into the case.
When I first heard about the explosions, I immediately thought it must be the Russians. It just fits their classic pattern of obstruction, of sabotage, of provocation.
Not of
And to
their
me,
own stuff,
it just
bro.
made perfect sense.
Oh, okay.
And initially, the suspicion seems to hold up.
See, I would look at that. It's like, I don't see how it's in Russia's best interest to blow up their own pipeline when they literally can control what goes in and out of it. Like, they have it shut off to begin with. So why would they put all that money in there and sabotage it? Like, there's no motive here for Russia.
4 days
Not
before,
none, but there's it's like really unlikely motive for Russia, I guess. Nothing that really makes sense unless
before the explosion, a Danish naval vessel patrols near the island of Bornholm. It spots 6 Russian ships right where the pipelines will be blown apart 4 days later. They're dark ships, meaning their AIS transponders are switched off and they're not broadcasting their location. One of them is the SS-750, a 100-yard special ops vessel designed for underwater missions. On board, a mini submarine equipped with cranes for heavy-duty lifting. Exactly the kind of setup you'd need to plant explosives on a pipeline. 3 months earlier, 2 other Russian military vessels have been spotted dark shipping the very same waters, right around the future blast site. What exactly were they doing there? Around the same time, suspicion also turns toward the United States. Just weeks before Russia invaded Ukraine, President Biden and German Chancellor Scholz held a joint press conference.
If Russia invades, there will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it.
6 months later, both pipelines explode. That's when Seymour
That's
Hersh
a little more
steps
likely,
in,
to be honest.
a Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative journalist known for uncovering major scandals, but also for spreading highly controversial theories. He claims that US Navy divers planted the explosives on the pipelines during a NATO exercise in summer 2022. He also says they got help from a Norwegian Navy minesweeper and surveillance aircraft. The alleged motive? To push Russian gas out of the European market and make room for American liquefied natural gas.
I believe this narrative more than the Russian narrative, because like we do send. Like, we actually went over that the other day. How much light natural gas we send over to Europe?
Norway is another key supplier and would benefit too. But Hersh's story quickly comes under fire. The flight data recordings from Norway do not match his timeline, and the ships he mentions haven't even been near their site.
Oh.
My impression is that Cy Hirsch had just one source, an old source from the world of intelligence, someone who picked up fragments of a story and then filled in the rest. Hirsch admits that he had only this one source and that this source didn't witness anything firsthand. And to
So
me,
got it
that's
from one
already a red
source.
flag.
Yeah.
Hirsch
You
is
need multiple
88 by now.
sources.
In recent years, he has been repeatedly criticized for relying on thin sources and pushing shaky claims. He no longer comments publicly on his Nord Stream story. The strongest lead points to neither Russia nor the United States. Shortly after the explosion, Holger Stark gets a crucial tip-off from a well-connected source inside the intelligence community.
So I called someone I've known for a long time and asked, was it Russia? He just looked at me and with a very long and quiet and doubtful look, He slowly shook his head.
After the explosions, German authorities immediately launch an investigation. The Federal Prosecutor's Office picks up the case. The case is so politically sensitive that several major media outlets start joining forces. You'll find the links to their impressive research in the description. Julia Klaus is an investigative journalist at public German TV broadcaster ZDF. She is part of one of the extensive research teams. She tells us that despite the heavy secrecy, they were able to get their hands on one crucial piece of information.
So we picked up that the Andromeda yacht may have played a role in the operation.
The Andromeda is a small German sailing yacht just over 15 yards long. But could such a small boat be used to pull off such a sophisticated military-grade underwater demolition? It does have one major advantage. It's discreet.
Okay.
And unlike larger ships, it doesn't have to broadcast its position. The journalists uncovered that the Andromeda was chartered between August 27 and September 24 from a German boat rental company called Mola Yachting. The total rent of 11,900 euros was wired by a Polish travel agency. They submitted 2 passport copies, one Bulgarian, one Romanian. The name on the Romanian ID was Stefan Marcu. Marcu lives in Moldova, a small landlocked country in Eastern Europe. Julia Klaus and her team get on a plane and pay him a visit.
We were sitting in his garden, and when we showed him the passport number, he immediately recognized it. He said
Wait.
it matched.
Is he wearing a PlayStation shirt?
His old passport,
Is this AI? What is this?
which had long been expired. But he had no idea how his personal data ended up in connection with the Nord Stream bombing.
What?
The passport was fake, just like the Bulgarian one issued to a man named Mikhail Popov. Another team of journalists head out to Wiek harbor on the German Baltic island of Rügen, where the Andromeda crew has last been seen. They speak to the harbor master, who remembers seeing them. They talk to other witnesses and even rent the Andromeda.
Oh. And we'll finish that tomorrow. Or you can finish it. I just realized it's 12. We're almost into 1. I gotta sleep though. So we can be back tomorrow. Woo, kind of short for sure. It's 2 hours. I got distracted again. But I didn't even play any I didn't even play that much of Expedition. But I will yeah, I'll check you guys later. Thanks for chilling. Have a meet and squeak. I'm just so tired. I didn't sleep very well, so I will see you guys later. So have a good one and peace.